I'm telling you, when I heard the news that Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz were coming back for The Mummy 4, I freaked out. Like, yes, that is the news of a childhood Jacob I would want in my life. I cannot wait for that movie. But in the meantime, let's see how good of an actor he still is. Rental Family stars Brendan Fraser and is about an American actor in Tokyo struggling to find purpose, lands an unusual gig working for a Japanese rental family agency. I apologize if I said the director's name wrong, but from director Hikari, we are talking his brand new movie, Rental Family. When I saw the trailer of this movie, I instantly thought, oh, okay, so this is Brendan Fraser's second attempt at winning an Oscar. So it wasn't a movie I was looking forward to because Oscar bait movies are never my thing, but they usually can be really good stories, really well acted, and all that kind of stuff. And I do give Oscar movies a lot of credit. They're just not like my go-to movies, but I'm always intrigued to see how they are. When I walk into this movie, I'm just hoping for a good story, and I walked out saying, that is the feel-good movie for the Oscar season. I have no idea if this movie is going to get nominated for any Oscars. I have no idea. But my guess is Brendan Fraser possibly will get nominated for Best Actor again. Because, wow, this movie is just heartstrings, heartstrings, heartstrings. So, getting straight into the positives, I think Brendan Fraser is one of those actors where I grew up with him knowing as like The Mummy, Dudley Do-Right, George of the Jungle, tons of movies. I love him. And when he won that Oscar a couple years ago, I was so happy for him. I'm so glad to see him come back, and obviously with the Mummy 4 news. But with this movie, he's playing a character who's an actor who's just kind of like lost the love of life. And then he goes into this weird agency that basically puts him as a rental friend or family member for these different people to help them in their lives. And he, as an actor, is having to act, but also as a character, he's growing as a person. I feel like he gives an amazing performance. He is very good in this movie. And I feel like the writers and director of this movie did a perfect job putting him as our main actor, because Brendan Fraser, if you ask me, is one of those actors where a lot of people just really like him from like 15 years ago, and then obviously he's making this comeback. This movie to come out right now is perfect because you feel warmth with him. You're happy to see him. And in this movie, the story really relies on him to being a father figure, a friend figure. Like, he's playing these different roles for these different people at different times of their lives that he comes into them and cheers them up as much as he can. That's what it feels like in real life. And so the movie just works for me in that aspect because I just love Brendan Fraser. So now, obviously, if you're not a fan of him, you didn't grow up with him, I don't think the movie will hit you as hard, but for me, that's what I took away from this movie. That's when I was like, you know what? The story of this movie is a little ridiculous, and it can be funny at times. It's very dramatic at times, but at the end of the day, I feel like the performance of Brendan Fraser is what brings the warmth to this movie, and that's a huge just applause to him because he's giving a great performance. Again, it's not a performance where it's like there's an Oscar scene. It's more of like he gives you a hug and you just want to hug him. Because, like, my favorite storyline in the movie is the one where he's playing a father figure to this little girl. It's really sweet. And the dialogue between one of them felt really natural and real. Like, I would love to see the script and see, like, what was ad-libbed, what was just off the cusp. Like, I would love to see that kind of stuff, and I love that kind of stuff. And then you see, like, the other aspect of, like, him having to be a friend to this older man. And, like, I love the little moments and all that kind of stuff. Now, when it comes to my negatives, it's not a movie I'm probably ever going to rewatch. It is a slow-moving movie. I think it's, like, almost 2 hours long. It takes a little bit to get going, but once he's in these roles and we split up each one at a good pace, whatever, to me, the movie has a good heart. It's just an innocent movie. It's a movie that, like, you could watch with a warm blanket and you could maybe have a good cry. And, like, I personally didn't cry, but, like, watching this movie, I was like, this is a sweet movie. This movie's doing no harm. This movie's trying to have a really good message about life, about little moments, about having that person in your life, about bringing that person into your life. And that's what this movie's doing. And at the end of the day, I think it's a sweet movie. It's a movie that I think a lot of people can take away from different aspects. But at the end of the day, Brendan Fraser, he is one of the best actors working today. I'm going to give Rental Family a B+. And I know there's a lot of movies in theaters right now, and there's a lot more coming in the next couple of weeks. But if you want a small, little, sweet movie, I highly recommend this one because, again, it's not a movie like I don't see this winning Best Picture. Brendan Fraser might not even get nominated for this movie, but because it's like Oscar season, it came out during this time. That's just my prediction. But like, he could get that 5th spot. But like, if you ask me, I would much rather see like Michael B. Jordan from Sinners to get nominated over Brendan Fraser. Like, that's just me. But Brendan Fraser, he is like the main reason to see this movie. Anyway, guys, you guys enjoyed this movie review. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.